Two things about being an adult I really hate. One, people suddenly thinking I'm wise just because I spit out some words. I'm not wise, it's just experience. Two, everyone thinking I have money. Like, because I'm now above 20, everybody suddenly thinks I have money. What? I was actually at my department today, like departmental whatever, and I was having conversations with some of my department people, and I don't know, an idea just popped up in my head because sometimes I used to have inspirations like that on what to post and what to post and then we're talking about how 400 level has been choked up, test upon test, practicals upon practicals, and we still have to worry about seminar, and we also have to worry about projects all at the same time. It has been choking and suffocating. Then I just thought about things that I wish I knew before actually entering university, like things I wish I knew 100 level before entering school. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just make a video about it. It'd be nice to be able to share things I wish I knew. So people that are just about to enter university, or people that are in their 100 level or 200 level, can still benefit from the video. But if you're in 400 level, I don't know. The only hope you have now is prayers, and I don't know. You'll be fine. We'll be fine. I'm also in 400 level, so we'll be just fine anyways. So the number one thing I actually wish I knew before coming into a university is 100 level is the foundation. Like, I had nobody to actually tell me, and it was painful because I actually did remedial. So I entered 100 level through remedial, and I thought maybe remedial, like 100 level, would be as easy as remedial. Remedial was not cheap per se, but it was just the 5 major things I did in secondary school. That was biology, physics, chemistry, English, and math. So it was easy. So coming into the university, I thought maybe it would just be another skill through like that. So I wasn't exactly, should I put it, as focused as a normal student should have been. Let me put it that way. And number 2 thing I wish I knew in 100 level is going to class actually helps. Yes, going to class can be stressful. It can be time consuming too, because you might want to do other stuff, maybe get into a business or something like that. But it's important to at least go for 70 or 50% of your classes, because as in per course or per this thing. Because if you go to class and you have like maybe a very bulky material, going to class helps you have an idea of what you're going to read. So going through the material will just be like a revision, because you keep remembering or having like flashbacks of when the teacher said this, said that, said this. So even when you come across a question in the exam hall or something and you have no idea what to write, there's no how you remember 1 or 2 things your teacher must have referred to in class, and you just, I don't know, there's something about what you hear sticking better than what you see. I don't know, maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe it's essential or something. But like when you read something, you might not be able to like retain it very well in your long-term memory, but when you hear something, you can still remember that, oh, this person said, you get. So number 3 thing I wish somebody had told me in 100 level is university is not beans. Like, it's literally not your secondary school. You can be the scholar in your secondary school, or the first, maybe you've been carrying first for years, and you enter university and find out that you don't know book. Like, I wish someone had told me, because I thought maybe I could carry my brain and just come and pass like that. But anyways, it's not just about brains, it's also about smarts. Like, you need to know how to utilize time too, because 100 level was majorly CBT. Yes, so you might even know book and not have smarts on how to like handle CBT questions. Like, now I had no idea that for CBT you need to like skip some questions that will take time and go and answer the others, because there's no point doing maybe like 30 out of 50 questions and not being able to answer 20, then your time runs out and it automatically logs you out because the time has run out. So if I had known then, maybe it would have even saved me some marks. If I had skipped like those 2, 3, 4 questions that are just very long, even if you know the answer, they're just too long, come back for it. Maybe when you still have like 2, 3 minutes left, you can always come back for it. Then you can now solve it. If you're unable to solve it before the time runs out, you can just pick one of the options that you feel might be the answer, and hopefully, tinkle tinkle, it enters. But anyways, I think, what else again did I wish I knew? Yes, also, for those that have already made a mistake, the one thing I wish I knew was pressure of carryover. Like, I wish somebody had given me like a pep talk on carryovers, because carryovers are almost inevitable in universities, especially for average students like me. If you're an A student, good for you. But I'm talking to like average students that we know that our brain, you know what I'm talking about. So I wish I knew the pressure of carryover and the effects, the long-term effects it has on a person. For instance, imagine you're actually in 100 level and you have like 3 carryovers in one semester. Honestly, 3 carryovers is the maximum you can have in a semester. If you're having anything higher than 3 carryovers in a semester, I would strongly advise, in 100 level and you're having already 4, 5, 6 carryovers in one semester, I would strongly advise you just go back home, because trust me, it is not going to be easy. Because if you say you want to keep going, maybe peradventure you happen to fall under 1.5 something and you still stay in school, and you say you want to keep pushing and trying to grow your GP, baby girl or baby boy, it cannot work. Your GP might boost a little, but there is no how now, there's no guarantee of you won't get another carryover. Imagine carrying another course again in another level. Trust me, it's not worth it. Just start all over. Because once you're in 100 level and you're already seeing like 5, 6, 7 carryovers, first semester and second semester included, just go home, start all over, start afresh. Because that afresh you don't want to start if you don't think logically and you're trying to deceive yourself. I think one thing you should not do is lie to yourself. When you already know that, oh, this thing is not going to end well, why not just start all over? But if you keep lying to yourself, knowing fully well that, well, except if a miracle happens, but I don't think in this time and era miracles that are so distant like that still happen. But you can't be having like 6, 7 carryovers in 100 level and still expect to graduate with the first class. I don't know if that kind of miracle exists, but if it does, congrats. But I doubt you'd see something like that. So don't lie to yourself. If you're already like having 5 carryovers upwards, just go back home, re-strategize, come back bigger and better, and kill it. Places, areas where you missed out or you weren't so good at, fix them. And tutorials are very important. No matter what people will think of you, maybe they start calling you scholar and all this kind of stuff, and you just don't like it, just go for tutorial. Don't care. I remember when after my first semester result I was trashy. Second semester I tried to like get back up and all, so I was always going for tutorials. That was when my department people even started knowing that I was in their department. Nobody had seen me before, because first semester I barely go for classes and all that, because I did not know my way around the big school. So I tend to like stay on my own. I didn't even know my class rep till like almost how many weeks to exam or something like that. But anyways, the point is, second semester I tried to like buckle up, and it was hard, as a, should I say fine girl? Not fine girl per se, but that's what everybody tags me at, as you get going to tutorial. People will be like, you tutorial? How come you're in tutorial? Now type they come for tutorial, this can't talk. And I'm like, she fine girl self, no, they try no book me. Be easy that fine girls are supposed to be dumb or what? And most times when I get to the tutorial first, like I'm sitting in front, people will be using this attitude. I'm like, this one too, they come tutorial. Maybe this one, all this kind of something. But I did not care, I don't mind. I was always coming for tutorial. At some point, I paid for a tutorial class with one, forgotten the guy's name himself. He used to teach us at one place like Abubu Primary School. And it was nice actually, because I saw my result and I was proud of myself. So tutorials are important, yeah. Then I don't know, I'm just going around because there is just a lot I wish I knew, like a lot. The pressure of carryover can be crazy. especially when you feel you can move it to the next year. So if you have like 5-6 carryovers upwards in 100 level, just start over. But if you have like 3 and below, you can still go ahead, move to the next. In fact, if you're even having 4-5, like total of carryovers in your first and second semester, and you're having like 4-5, you can still try to move to the next year. But if you don't mind, you can always start over. But then if you actually decide to like move your carryovers, maybe less than 4 carryovers, you want to move it to the next year, that's 200 level, fine. The one mistake you shouldn't make is trying to jam pack your carryovers with your current level courses. You might, at that point in time, you're pressured, you're thinking, oh, I can do it, I can read, I can try to pass, blah blah blah, I can do this, you're lying to yourself. Your brain is giving you all the things you want to hear. But trust me, the stress is going to be too much. Imagine your level people are doing maybe like 11 courses and you have to be doing like 13 courses because you have maybe 2 or 3 carryovers. Then maybe you don't want to move your 200 level courses, so you use add and drop to add them too. So you're now doing like 13 courses instead of 11, or maybe 14 courses instead of 11. I don't even know if that's possible. But my department, you can't add too much because the total unit is quite small. So you can only add maybe like 1 or 2 with add and drop. Else you move the rest to the next coming year. So I'll just advise you, if you are moving 3 carryovers into 200 level, don't try to add all your 200 level courses together with it. Don't even try it. Even if it's able to fit, don't try it. If it cannot fit, fine. But if it's able to fit, don't try it. Just move some of your 200 level courses to 300. That's just the best way you can handle it. Trust me. If you say you want to jam pack everything together, believe me, one of those your courses will clash with the next course, and you might be having the exams maybe just 30 minutes apart, or the exams are happening on the same day at the same time. How will you split yourself? So it's just better to just move some of your 200 level courses, maybe 2. If you had 3 carryovers, you can just move 2 of your 200 level courses to 300. You know that you handle those ones later. Because if you don't end up moving them to 300 and you end up jam packing everything together and doing it, trust me, failure is guaranteed, because you're handling too many courses than you're supposed to at once. 2, those courses can clash at any time. 3, you won't even be able to make it to all the classes, because the classes of the carryovers from 100 level can clash with classes from 200 level. In fact, you can even miss practicals because it's clashing with the other. So it's just best to just move some, face the one that is in your hand. Don't have too many stuffs on your plate so that you can focus on them and pass them well. That's just my own advice. I don't know, but if you feel you can do it, you can jam pack everything together and still do it. I hear you. Then when you move those 2 from your 200 level to 300 level, you'll be able to focus on those 11 courses that every other person too is also focusing on. Your courses might be different, but you're also doing 11 courses. You're not doing more than required. So you'll be able to focus and put your energy on each of them properly and even ace them by God's grace. So if there is no chance of carryover, maybe not failing up the courses, hopefully, your 300 level, when you get to your 300 level, the 200 level courses you've moved, you join them. You can remove maybe 1 of your 300 level courses, move to 400 so that you can fit in your 2 outstanding 200 level courses. Then you can work with that. And if you want to move 2 300 level courses, nothing stops you. Because if you're scared of, oh, if I move, eventually I'll have extra year. Trust me, if you don't move, you still end up failing because you're jam packing, and you still end up having extra year, if not double extra year itself. And extra year reduces GP. It's crazy, but it's the truth. It reduces GP, especially if you don't pass the courses. So you don't want to keep doing that. So take it easy, take it slow, take it one at a time, and don't lie to yourself. You know yourself, you know your capacity, you know what your brain can handle. Do not kill yourself. In the end, it's not about what you come out with. Nobody wants to fail, yes, but third class can still be the head of first class in a company. It happens, shit happens. So I believe it's not about what you come out with. School can't determine where you're going to. It's just a leverage. Do you understand? Leverage, like, it helps you have upper hand in some cases, something like that. I don't know if you get. So having a school cert, a good degree, just gives you leverage over some certain people. Like you too, someone that did not go to school, obviously, if you're to submit your CV, they might pick you. But some companies might not want to pick you because maybe they can't afford your pay because maybe you have like a BSc and all that. But like on a normal like background where okay, they can afford your pay and all. If you were to like submit your CV with somebody that did not go to school, obviously they'll pick yours. That's just it. That's just the leverage I'm talking about. So that's the only thing school does. But where you're still going to get to, you still get there. So don't overthink it. Don't get depressed. Try to eat well, because aside the stress of school causing depression, your diet too can also add to it and cause depression. You might not know it, but diet plays a very important role. Eating junks too frequently causes some kind of health issues and can also lead to anxiety too, because your body is craving some kind of sugars and all that, blah blah blah. Make sure you eat balanced diet. At the same time, try to maintain the stress of school and your other parts of your life. School is not the end. School is just another stage in life. Just like when we were writing WAEC, we were all shouting, "Oh, I've seen my result. Oh, I've not seen my result. Oh, I've seen my result." Now we look back at those times and it's like, wow, I passed through that stage. So that's the same thing with school. We're all going to graduate and be like, "Oh, I remember that time when. I remember this time when. I remember that time when." So don't go and kill yourself because of school. It's not worth it. Like, some people are dying for the opportunity you have. And besides, if you know at this point in time, self, that you're tired of school and you just want to drop out, trust me, if you're already in 400 level, you wouldn't want to do that because you wasted too much time. But if you're in 100 level and you want to drop out and you feel like you're not ready for university yet, take your time, take it slow, take it easy. You can always enter school in the next year or the next 2 years. Nobody's rushing you. You shouldn't rush your life. Take your life one step at a time. Because if you rush it, eventually, see me, entered the university 2018. 2023, I'm still in school. Why? Strike, lockdown, and all that. I'm still in school. So it's still where I'll reach. Even though I had entered school in 2017, I would still be in school in 2023. Because where I'm going to reach, I will still reach. So you guys should just take care of yourselves, okay? And just let's all these things that happen now, it's pass. Trust me. What we're probably worrying about is probably what we want to wear for NYSC, or we'll be fighting the government for our salaries and all that, or some of us will be looking for jobs, complaining about how the economy is bad, blah blah blah. So this is just a phase. It's just going to pass like every other boundaries and obstacles you faced in life. So take it one step at a time. Don't lie to yourself. You know yourself, you know your capability. So take it easy on yourself. Do not overmount pressure on yourself, because we already have enough pressures coming from home, coming from social media, coming from different directions. So you don't need to also mount pressure on yourself. If you are honest with yourself, those pressures coming from different places can't affect you because you are true to yourself. So I guess that's all I just wanted to share. That's all. Thank you guys for watching, and I don't know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so other people can also benefit from this video. And if you have like a younger one going to 100 level, or already in 200 level, or about to enter school, or writing why, you can just send this video, share it to them, let them see so they can also learn one or two from it. Because honestly, if I knew some of these things, maybe my story would have been different. Or maybe not, who knows? We never can see. Anyways, that's all for today. I love you guys. Bye.